What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be going over the hip escape to close guard from side control bottom. All right, so working from side control bottom, my goal should always be to get on my side, regardless of the escape. Right now I'm trying to get to close guard, but the first thing I need to make sure I'm doing is having correct frames. So if at any point my hands are pushing on my partner, this is no good, okay? So I'm keeping my forearms framing on my partner, my hands are free. What I wanna do is get on my side. So my knee is gonna rest on his hip, my left foot, my outside foot is gonna take a step outside, and now I'm gonna bridge just a little bit and turn on my hip as I shrimp. So now that I'm on my side, I use this hip frame to bring my knee inside, and you'll notice how both my legs come off the mat here, shooting my knee through. From here, my right arm that was framing on the hip is gonna underhook this arm so that he can't push my knee down. And my goal is to get from my right hip all the way to my left hip. So now, pointing my knee up to the sky, I'm gonna use this underhook, extend my body, my hips are flat, and now my right foot is on the mat. So what I can do to get that foot free, because I can't pull it out, is I'm gonna shrimp again onto my left hip, and now my foot comes out, I can lock my close guard, and I've already got an underhook ready to attack. So what I'm doing with my legs is really important. What I don't wanna do is bridge up and then shrimp to the side, but keep my hips flat with the mat. I have to make sure that when I make the space using that bridge, that I turn at an angle. You see how I'm getting on my hip? I'm not flat backed. The next thing I want to think about doing is keeping this knee monitoring space. So in order to shrimp, if I just keep my left foot really close to his body and I shrimp, I can't really move my hips very far. So my right knee monitors the hip to make sure I can recognize if there's space, and my outside leg is going to take a farther step outside. That gives me the ability to shrimp more. So now I can bridge, shrimp more, create more space, and in that same moment, you see now there's no contact with my knee. I know there's space to bring my knee in, bring my legs up, and frame off of the hip, shooting my knee all the way across his pocket. This leg hooks his back, and immediately go into the underhook so that he can't push my knee. Now I go hip to hip, back is flat, using my right foot on the mat to shrimp again. Boom, my leg comes out, and I'm in the close guard. So a lot of times one of the main mistakes that people make is they'll do everything right. My knee is monitoring the hip, I take a step outside, I get on my side, I shrimp, and what they'll do is they'll bring their knee in, but their knee will only poke, spin for me, Byron, like this. Their knee will only poke halfway across my partner's body. If this happens, it's gonna be very difficult for me to pull my leg out, especially if my partner, if Byron, is bringing his knees in tight to my chest. Now my leg is stuck, and even if I do everything else correctly, I can't get to close guard. So in that shrimping motion, stay right here, yeah, perfect. In that shrimping motion, I bridge, I shrimp. When I bring my knee across his body, I need to bring my knee all the way out so it's poking across his center line, across the other side of his body. Now that I'm here, going to close guard is gonna be a lot easier. One of the other common problems is that people will get flat and they'll try and pull their leg out and it's still stuck. If you're really flexible, sometimes people can just yank their leg out. That's fine. But if Byron is doing a good job of keeping his knee close to my hip, I can't pull it out. So what helps is pointing my knee to the sky, getting my foot on the mat, and now using that foot on the mat to scoot my hips even further. And now that I've scooted my hips, I should be able to pull my leg out. If I run into this situation where I'm still stuck, this is where I can use my butterfly hook on the inside of his knee to extend his leg just a little bit. When I extend his leg, my foot comes out easily and I'm in my close guard. So if you got long legs or you're not flexible, that little leg extension might be useful to get your leg all the way to close guard. That's the hip escape from side control bottom to close guard. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, stay consistent, go train.